The Foreman is the first boss from the Under New Management update, and if you don't know what you're doing, he can deal a ton of damage to you. So, let's figure out what we're doing here. He has 250 or 750 HP, 35 or 50 evasion, and his strongest attack is 9 or 22. Although some of his special effects that we're going to get into later bolster this damage further. In his second phase, he can deal up to 12 or 33 damage. And in the steel version of this fight, his attacks can do an extra +8 or even +20 damage. This raises his threat level up to 53 damage in a single turn. If you have less life than shown here in any of these 4 modes, you can just straight up die. And his target all damage is 6 to 8, and then 35, 43, 23, and 31. His abilities are pretty easy to understand. Like every supervisor, the Foreman has Attentive. This causes him to wake up from lore every turn. He's also immune to fires and remotes, so don't get any funny ideas about one-shotting this guy. A defense boost is applied to all other cogs before the fight starts, reducing the damage of all gags by 25%. This boost gets overwritten when he uses Field Promotion. This is the only move the Foreman gets to use every turn. It targets one other cog, unlowering it and boosting its damage, but at the cost of lowering that cog's defense. Now, the Foreman uses that move once per cog, but there are some other moves that he uses only once per fight that you really need to look out for. Exclusive to the Steel Factory is the move Burnout. This simply deals 20 damage turn 1, then 8 damage every turn after. And that all comes in addition to his regular attack each turn as well. It's not actually all that powerful, but it can one-shot Ubers if you don't unite between the first and the second hit, so you should keep that in mind. Finally, we get to his second phase, Overtime. Once below half HP, the Foreman boosts his damage and even cuts the turn timer down. Neither of these effects are too significant, as even the reduced time can be played around very easily by just typing in chat what gag you're going to use. Pace setter, this is not. So, defeating the basic cogs in this fight actually gets easier, not harder, as the fight goes on, since he applies that glass cannon effect to one cog every turn. The extra damage they deal might seem threatening, but you can just kill them. Or lure them. It's still very simple to block these boosted attacks if you're really worried about it. That said, even though it can be a little easier to kill the cogs after they've been hit with field promotion, it's also very easy to kill them turn 1 with big sound blasts. If you can average just 16 damage per player, or for Auga, you can wipe all of the ads in the scrap fight. 4 fogs for the steel fight can kill both level 11s and leave the 12 super low to kill the turn after, assuming you can swallow the upwards of 70 damage you might take that turn. Now, 70 is quite unlikely, as it requires every cog to attack the same tune, with their strongest attack, without missing. And you also even need a level 12 who deals enough damage. Realistically, you should probably expect somewhere from 20 to 40 damage turn 1. Now, it is a bit important to note that if the level 12 was a cog like Movement Shaker or Mingler, their 30 damage target all attacks could come out and have a chance to hit anyone, so the threat level does more often approach 70 like that. If you can tank it, go ahead with the 4 fogs turn 1. If not, you should definitely heal and probably lure and kill that level 12. Proceed with the sound strat from turn 2 onwards, and now, as an added bonus, no other cog besides the boss will even get to attack. Using sound like this on turn 1 actually has multiple really good effects. Besides just murdering all possible targets for the Foreman's one main ability, it deals a notably small amount of damage to the boss. This is what we're after. After you get this chip damage on the boss, you can kill him right away with some big single target combos. Using sound like this early on frees up having to answer field promotion with lore and tune-up gags. It lets you just go straight into killing the boss as soon as possible. Just remember that if you're doing a Steel Factory, 4 foghorns will not kill that level 12, unless 3 of them are organic. To end the fight in just 2 turns, you can use Trunk and then Cake and 2 pianos onto the boss. Doing this will prevent you from using any tune-up gags though, and you might actually want to have Laugh by the time you end the factory, so you could just stretch it out to 3 turns instead. Now, finally, I have been talking a lot about sound, but if you don't have enough sound users, the best strategy is to just try to kill the boss as quickly as possible while using lore. Trap and 2 drop, or just lore and 3 throw, should be enough to kill the boss the turn after. Then on turn 2, trap and drop, or just 2 throw gags will definitely kill the boss and free you up 1 extra slot to potentially kill that unlured cog, or just use a tune-up gag. Then all that's left are these defense boosted cogs. It might take you a full turn to take care of each one, but still, you're in the clear. And that's basically it. Good luck dismembering, or maybe just dismantling this boss. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, if you want to see more guides like this, hit like and subscribe. If you have any comments, have any questions, leave them right down in the comments. And remember, Toons of the World, the brokest clocks work only when they get paid.